President Trump marked our nation's 250th birthday by highlighting the great success of our United States military and its latest achievements.
Our rise to being the world's strongest and most powerful nation was no accident of history. We rebuilt our military in my first term. We used it a little bit in our, well, actually, I should say third term, but I won't do that because I don't want any controversy. But we use it, and we've had tremendous success. You look at Venezuela, you look at Iran, we wiped out their military.
Here now in studio, Florida Republican Congressman Jimmy Patronis. Congressman, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So what's your analysis of the president highlighting some of the great achievements of the United States military in recent months?
Look, I think it's important for him to continue bragging about the successes of our country. Some people asked, why is he doing this speech so late? I think it was important for him to be prime time all around the globe, to be able to emphasize what we've accomplished, to flex a little bit, but also just pride of our country and our accomplishments. 250 years.
What were some of your key takeaways from his address, and what was it like being there as a relatively new member of Congress?
Yeah, look, I'm still starstruck, to be in our nation's capital for his 250th birthday. I think that it was important that the president did remind America of what we have not finished business, and that was the Save America Act. I still feel like we've done our job in the House. We've just got to continue to work with the Senate to get this, as this is an issue that polls 70% with Democrats, Republicans, Independent, you name it. People want voter ID and they want honest elections.
The key question for leaders today, including you, is how do we keep it going for the next 250?
Yeah.
Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, look, it's going to take work. I tell people all the time, it's not a sprint, it's a march. Every single day, we've got to continue to work better. My kids are my motivation. I want to make sure that I'm leaving this country in a better place than when I found it. So knowing that if I am making the decisions that would make their lives a little bit better down the road, I feel like we're going in the right direction.
All right, the NATO summit is this week in Turkey. There is some bipartisan concern about the Trump administration potentially selling $700 million in military technology to Turkey and President Erdogan. Why is this concerning you?
Look, a number of things concern me. I do trust the president. I do trust Marco Rubio when it comes to these dialogues and discussions and negotiations. But, I'm of Greek heritage. I do have definitely a concern here. Turkey's never been an honest broker. They're difficult to trust. But I know the president has a relationship with Erdogan that goes way beyond and before he was ever president of the country. So I do think that, as long as S-400s are there, I think as long as Turkey is not cooperating with other NATO nations when it comes to sanctions against Russia, I think that should give us pause and at least good deliberations before those type of transactions move forward.
What are your concerns about what Turkey could do with some of our best military technology?
Well, look, it was just yesterday. I remember I was in Greece and seeing Turkish fighters buzz the islands. What for? But nothing more than to create havoc and just distress the relationships between two countries. Giving more advanced technology to the Turks is something I think is not in the best interest of stability in the region.
And Erdogan's close with the Russians, right? Yeah. Also anti-Israel. Some of his behavior is troubling.
Yeah, and he's not condemning Hamas. So, I mean, as you've got Erdogan that is still playing footsie with so many players in the region, as we're trying to bring stability to the region, I think it's time for the cuteness and the games to be set aside and let's focus on stability that the region truly needs.
We will cover that important NATO summit this week. Congressman Jimmy Patronis of the great state of Florida. Great to see you. Thanks very much.
Mike, thanks for having me.
You bet.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.